So how to find out if a property is in foreclosure. I'm going to show you what the smartest and the wealthiest do and the savvy do in order to get foreclosures before other people know about them. And also, most importantly, I'm going to show you where to find these foreclosures towards the end of this video. So stay with me. Here we go. In this video, I'm going to give you sites to find foreclosures in your local area. You'll learn what are the best foreclosures to buy and which ones to avoid. And believe me, I've had the EPA call me and say, hey, this house is a problem. So I'll tell you about that story too. So here we go. When a property is in foreclosure, the lender will file a notice of default. A notice of default is a document that's recorded at the title company that tells the public that the property has not been paid, the mortgage has not been paid, and that the lender intends to foreclose on the property. Typically, one of the ways to find that out is you'll see the papers on the front door or the garage of the property. When you drive around in areas in the neighborhoods and you see the grass growing, the property doesn't look well kept, and there's these papers in the window or on the garage door, typically those are foreclosure notices. Park your car, walk over, and look at them and read them, and guess what? You just found a foreclosure, okay? Local title companies can print up reports of properties that have notices of defaults, and often they will do that as a service to you. So pick an area where you want to buy or invest in foreclosures, and go ahead and ask a local title company or escrow company and ask them if they can provide you a notice of default report, which will show what properties in your area are in default. Another source to find out if a property is in foreclosure is to ask realtors. Typically, they can pull up records and see that right on their computer because their software programs that they pay for have a lot of information about tax, property, mortgages, owner, and all that other type of information that you may want to know if you're trying to find if a property is in foreclosure or not. Because of the internet, back in the old days, we had to go down to the county recorder's office and do title searches. Well, today, there's a number of websites that you can go to and immediately find foreclosures, properties that are in foreclosures, or particular properties that are for sale for foreclosures. So before I give you those websites, I'd like to ask you one favor. Can you do me a favor? Just go ahead and subscribe. Let me help you, okay? Let me help you. And let me help you make money. Let me help you build your wealth. I want to see you do well, so be sure to subscribe. If you want to find out if a property is in foreclosure, you can go to propertyrecord.com. Propertyrecord.com. Propertyrecord.com will list you the different properties that have a notice of default and will show you if a property is in foreclosure or not. Just use the simple search mechanisms or put in the address and it will give you the information that you want to know for your local area where you're looking either for foreclosures or for particular properties. You can look as well. HUDhomesusa.org, HUDhomesusa.org, HUDhomesusa.org. We'll have a list of HUD homes that are in foreclosure. So you can go there as well as another resource. Auction.com will show you properties that are actually in foreclosure and may be sold. They have both online sales or at the public courthouse. So when you're at the courthouse, you bring the cashier's check, and if you're the winning bid, you go ahead and pay cash for it right there. Another place that you can find foreclosures is Hubzu, HUBZU.com. Hubzu.com is another auction site where properties that are in foreclosures can be found, particularly ones that are usually already in default and are going to be sold if they aren't brought current. What do I mean by brought current? Sometimes properties that you think are going to go to foreclosure, someone comes in and they either get a new loan to pay it off, or they get the payments up to speed, or the bank does a workout with the borrower and they don't foreclose on the home. But the borrower is going to have to go through a process in order to get foreclosed on, and so does the bank. That process takes several months typically for the bank to foreclose. Another site that you can go to find foreclosed homes and if a property is in foreclosure is foreclosed.com. Foreclosed.com. And this site here also has a number of properties that are in foreclosure and notices of defaults and other things that you can look at. Go ahead and explore the site and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Many county auctions have lists, especially smaller towns. They may not be online. So you could just call the county and ask for their list of foreclosures. This could be tax sale foreclosures, or this could be bank foreclosures, all of which you can find from the local county for any properties that are coming up. So some of these small towns, they just put out a list because it's not that many. So when you look to see if a property is in foreclosure, let's say you want to find out because you're thinking about buying it, the key to doing that, buying foreclosed homes, is to make sure you walk around the home, even if you can't get in, and see if there's any environmental issues in and near the home. I had a home I bought as a foreclosure, and there was a battery factory across the street in the early 1900s. And the EPA called me and told me that it had high levels of lead and other chemicals in the yard as a result of this battery factory across the street from years ago. So one of the things that you could do is get environmental reports and find out if there's any issue on a property before you buy it. You certainly want to look at the title to make sure you're buying what you think you're getting, that there isn't any issues there. And also walk around and inspect the property. You know, are you right next to some chemical factory or industrial? You might want to be careful investing in those. But if you're surrounded by a neighborhood of all houses and no issues, then you're probably okay. So always keep in mind that when you buy foreclosures, they're as is, how is, where is, and their current condition and state of repair. There's no recourse. So if you buy it, you inherit the problems, okay? In that particular case that I'm telling you about, where the APA came to the house, their solution for us was just to cement the yard over. That's called capping it, or capping the chemicals, and that was their solution. That was satisfactory. We eventually sold the home, and it all worked out. But I didn't know about that, so these things can happen when you buy foreclosures. I couldn't go back to the bank I bought it from because they were exempt and I had no recourse. Okay, so be sure to follow me, subscribe, and join me in the next video where I'm going to talk about how to find foreclosures before they even hit the market. It's a big topic and can be a lot of opportunity for you to build your wealth and to make money. So I'll see you there.